What's up, guys? Welcome back to the bianconerizonechannel for another match reaction. This time another win, actually unbelievable, but we won 2 games in a row, and we did what we needed to do. we won. We're gonna go into the game and the details of it, what it means, but before we get into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel as always. And yeah, let's get into it. We won. And again, we won 3-1 at home against Maccabi. We did what we needed to do. We needed a win to keep that next group, next round Champions League thing alive. But I think at this moment, the most important thing is to get some continuity into the team, like some positivity into the team, some belief into the group of players in and around the club, and we did what we needed to do. We won. I'm gonna say that the obvious thing is that Di Maria was the difference. I said it in match day 1. Then he picked up an injury. He was rushed back. It was all messy. He got frustrated. It didn't look good. The team looked even worse than we did now, and people jumped on him. Which was fair. Like, he made a stupid, decision against Monza. That was ridiculous what he did, but that shouldn't have clouded who he is as a player, because we've seen it tonight. I don't care if it's just Maccabi, because we struggle against anyone at this point, and he won that game. Like, he actually won that game again, like the Sassuolo one. He won that game. He causes problems. He makes things happen out of nowhere, and you saw that tonight on full display. He was amazing. So I'm not gonna really talk about that, because that for me is obvious. I wasn't surprised. He should have more assists. I wasn't shocked or like, where did that came from, because that's what I expect from him. That's who he is. That's what he, I think, will offer going forward. We won, and that's important because we keep, again, the group stage alive, and we trying to build a streak here. 2 games. It's already a streak for us, but like, it is what it is. Now, I don't want to be negative, but like, you cannot say we're back. Like, you cannot say that, because the performance overall had too many holes in it. First of all, we missed too many chances, in particular Vlahovic. Fair play to Vlahovic. He came out after the game and he said what we all were saying. Like, you need to take those chances. He had 5. Allegri said the same thing. He had 5 good chances. You need to take at least 3 of them, because they were solid, good, golden opportunities. He came out. He said, that's on me. I need to do better. And he needs to do better, because there were clear-cut chances. And if you get 5 of them and you miss 2, I'm okay. Like, it's fine. But if you miss 4 of them, then it's an issue. Maybe not at home against Maccabi, which it could be. Like, it could have been, it could have gone another direction. But like, away to Maccabi, away to Benfica, that's an issue. Away to Milan, that's an issue. You need to take your chances. Fair play. He came out. He said, that's on me. I need to do better. I wasn't really focused, basically, and that cannot happen at this level. And he's right, and it's fair to say that. I love Vlahovic, fantastic player, but the last couple of weeks he is very frustrating. I don't see him frustrating now, but like, now the issue is he's missing a bit too much, and especially today that was too much. He got the goal at the end, which is good, but he needs to improve that bit 100%. Like, he needs to do that. Other than that, the performance wasn't, how do you want to say that? Like, it wasn't inspiring, because we struggled in the first half to really, like, Vlahovic had that chance, but like, you were never, I personally never had the feeling we were like, oh, we're on top, we're dominating. Like, you didn't have that feeling, and that also includes the stadium being absolutely dead. Once again, like, there's nothing going on, so it creates a very boring setup atmosphere, and I can't, like, that performance in the first half reflected that. So that's that. We came out in the second half. We did what we needed to do, basically. Rabiot, I think he had a good game, 2 good goals. So those are the positives. The negative one, and that's a big one, is that conceded goal. It's not conceding a goal, it's the way we conceded the goal and what happens afterwards. The way we conceded the goal, mental breakdown. Like Bremer sleeping, no idea what Chesney was doing there. Like I'm so confused. Like I can still not wrap my hand around what he was doing there. And we conceded a goal. Like normally you would be like, okay, even if it's like an error, because it was, you know, you pick yourself up, you go again. It's Maccabi, it's at home, like you're fine. But the next few minutes, we were shaky as hell. We were booting everything away. We couldn't string a few passes together, and we were under enormous pressure. Luckily for us, we get a corner. Di Maria takes it. Rabiot puts it in the back of the net, 3-1, and you're like, okay. But we were in big trouble at that point. And even after that 3-1, we conceded way too much dangerous opportunities to Maccabi at home. Like way too much. Like that shouldn't be acceptable, and it's worrying. It's worrying. We won, but you need to look at everything. We won. If you play like this, if you have this type of performance away to Maccabi, you're not winning that game. Like there's no chance you're winning that game playing like we did today. Fair play to Allegri after the game for once, and that's what he usually does. When we're winning, he's very critical for the team. When we're losing, he's not very critical, and he tries to make everything look better than it is. But fair play, he came out and he said after the game, we were very lucky. The players in the locker room, they were quiet because they knew they basically abandoned the game after the 2-1, and they were like, it's done, which was not done. And he said the players knew it, we know it, we need to do better. Like it's unacceptable that we play like this for 75 minutes and then have a kind of a blackout. Even at 3-1, you were like, we're gonna concede. We were just gonna concede. And that's not okay. And that's what he also said. Like away to Maccabi, you cannot do this. Di Maria came out said the same thing. Like you cannot do these things away to Maccabi or away to Milan or away to Benfica, because those clubs and those stadiums playing at home, they will punish you. Like there's no coming back from it in our situation. Like we don't have that in ourselves at this moment in time. So that was an issue, and you need to look at those things. And I know people say on their comments, oh, we won, shut up, blah, blah, blah. You need to look at these things. Like we won, we did what we needed to do, but there are too many, in my opinion, things where you're like, that's worrying, that doesn't look good, that can become ugly in the future. We need to clear that up big time, you know. The positive is that usually it happens way earlier, like pre-international break. Like these situations happen way earlier. In the next 2 games, it's not the case. So I'm gonna say that's positive. I'm gonna, suggest basically. But other than that, we won. The bad news is Benfica took a point. So we are in an even more difficult situation. Like we need to win the next 3 games. Like we need to beat Maccabi, we need to beat Benfica, and we need to beat PSG at this point. We need to basically keep that in mind. Like, yes, there's another way with them dropping points, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, we just need to look at ourselves. Benfica took a point. We need to win the next 3 games. If you want to make it out of the round, you need to go to Maccabi, win. You need to go to Benfica, win. And I'm saying win, even like not with the goal difference. That's why I'm saying even PSG at home, win. Like that's the situation we're in. It's not looking good. We only have 3 points. They have 7. Like it's a big gap. It's a big gap. It's a worrying situation. It doesn't look good for us. But let's see. Like it could be completely different in a few games, but it's not looking good for the next round. It's not, that result tonight between PSG and Benfica is not what we needed. It's absolutely not what we needed. Like in an ideal situation, Benfica would have lost and you had a bigger shot. Now I thought it was impossible. I think it's done. Like if I'm completely honest, I don't see us making it out of the group. I will be shocked if we win the next 3 games. I will be absolutely stunned, confused. And even if we win the next 3 games, it's still not a certainty that we make it out of the group, I think, right? Because PSG can pick up still 13 points, and if we pick up 12, so it's not a given, or it's not a given. No, it's not a given. Like it's a very sticky situation. Even if we win our next 3 games, oh maybe yes, because PSG played Benfica, but never mind. It's not looking that positive, you know. But again, next week we go to Maccabi, not playing like this, not this type of performance, because they will come at us, because they have seen now that, you know, hold on, like if we play and we put them under pressure, we can go at them at home, away, so let alone at home. So that's something we need to keep in mind away from home. But you know what it is, it's Milan on Saturday. I said we need to win, and I still believe that. Like, we need to win. And then away to Maccabi, yeah, we need to win. But for now, for today, it's a win. I think that's all we were asking for. Yes, better performances, but that's not gonna come basically or happen overnight. I think that's very obvious, if it's gonna happen ever this season. But we got the win. Di Maria looked great. Shame he's not there for Milan. His own fault. But yeah, keep it rolling. 2 wins out of 2. It's a streak. It's already a streak for us. It's already a win. That's how desperate we are at this point. But you know, let me know in the comments what you think about the game, about the performance especially, and do you believe we will make it out of this group? Let me know that in the comments. And then thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And then we will see you back, depending when you're watching this video, tonight, tomorrow. But yeah, thanks. Ciao.